Hi everyone, and welcome to Kwixand Solutions training video for Dynamics 365 Business Central. Today, we'll be learning how to set up the chart of accounts in D365 Business Central. Let's start by talking about what makes the chart of accounts in Business Central unique compared to other systems. In Business Central, the chart of accounts isn't just a simple list. It's a powerful tool for viewing financial information. The way you set it up can have a big impact on how easily you build reports in the future. That's why it's important to spend some time planning your chart of accounts. Think about how you want to group your accounts, like assets, liabilities, current assets or liabilities, inventory, and fixed assets. Planning these groupings in advance will help your chart of accounts support your company's growth. Also, consider your account numbering. Make sure your numbering system allows you to add new accounts easily as your business evolves. A final consideration is account subcategories. These are essential for building financial reports. Unlike numbering and grouping, subcategories can be modified more easily in the future if the need arises. So to get to your chart of accounts, you can either get to it from your home menu here by clicking Finance and Chart of Accounts, or you can just click Chart of Accounts if it's part of your profile that you can see here. So now we're going to walk through creating a GL account. So the number can be any combination of characters, up to 20 characters, so it can suit your business needs. The name is a description that can be up to 100 characters that will help users understand what the account is. The income or balance sheet will just determine which side it sits on. The account categories is a standard out of the box dropdown where you can choose whether it's an asset, equity, or so forth. Subcategory. As mentioned earlier, this is a maintainable list that you can create and modify as needed. The out of the box will come with a standard set of categories, but you can modify this to your needs of the business. Debit or credit, this will let you know what you can post in the account, whether either just debit, credit, or both. The account type is where the planning comes into play. The chart of accounts in Business Central can be used for financial purposes, not just as a list. Account types include posting, heading, total, begin total, and end total. For example, you can have a begin and end total of your current assets. This would create a section in your chart of accounts that would highlight your current assets and show a total of all your current assets. Totaling is what will determine what accounts it's going to sum up to display this account. So for example, if it was your current assets, this would list all your current asset GL accounts so that that's what Business Central would know to total up to represent this account that's being created. A reconciliation account. If this is enabled, it's useful for seeing the impact of an account during entries. For example, with a clearing account. Before you actually post the transaction, you can see what the balance would be after posting to ensure it matches your expectations. Direct posting, this allows you to control whether or not the GL account can be posted into directly. This wouldn't include posting from a sales or purchase document, but more when you're directly trying to post to this general ledger account. Review policy, this allows you to control whether or not a review is done on your general ledger entries after they've been posted. So you can allow a review or even allow a review and make sure that it's been matched. For most parts, this posting section is generally not populated. However, it's useful if purchases and sales are commonly created using GL accounts as opposed to items, or if you have prepaid expenses that need to be expensed consistently for everything that hits this GL account. You can, for example, populate a default deferral template. Consolidation, this would only be populated if this is an account that would consolidate into a parent company. Exchange rate adjustments would be used if you're using foreign currencies and whether or not you're going to adjust it or adjust to the amount. Cost accounting section this will be used if you're using the cost accounting module. So that's all the important stuff of creating a new GL account, and we'll go back out to the list here. So this will give you a bit of an overview as to what we briefly went through there, where you can see here is a begin total, for example, of a GL account. And then if you scroll all the way down, you'll see the end total of total assets. And as you can see, what it's doing here is it's totaling up all of your assets. So at a glance, when you're in your chart of accounts, you can see your total assets, or you can see your fixed assets, right? And again, those totaling accounts, the field, it shows what it's totaling, which GL accounts it is totaling. So what we went through encompasses creating your chart of accounts and some of the power that comes with creating a proper chart of accounts. As you can see, visually, you can see a lot of stuff through your chart of accounts that you typically wouldn't in most chart of account systems. Before finalizing your chart of accounts, there are a few things that you want to keep in mind for best practices. Design for clarity. You want to group accounts logically and use clear descriptive names. This makes reports easier to read and understand for both finance and management. Make sure you plan for growth. You want to leave gaps in your account numbering so you can add new accounts in the future without disrupting your structure. Use the subcategories wisely. You want to take advantage of these account subcategories to organize your financial data. This will help when you're building custom reports and analyzing trends. Consistency is key. You want to maintain consistent naming conventions and account structures across periods and entities. This ensures comparability and accuracy in your financial statements. Regularly review. You want to ensure that you review your chart of accounts on a regular basis just to ensure that it still meets all the reporting needs and reflects the changes that your business has gone through. By following these best practices, you'll set yourself up for efficient, accurate, and insightful financial reporting in Business Central. That concludes our session on how to set up the chart of accounts in D365 Business Central. If you'd like to learn more, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more training videos on D365 Business Central. You can also visit us at Kwixand.com for more resources around Business Central. Thanks for watching.